Akasan's on it. Alright. Akasan's honest reactions, Akasan.
DC-san.
So, moving on to the more E3 trailers here. We got a Resident Evil Biohazard. Let's take a look at this one. We're a little burnt out because it was like 15 minutes of injustice. And we talked a lot for like an hour.
Yeah.
You didn't see it on.
An hour of injustice.
Oh.
Sorry about that.
I was like, where's the sound? Like, it was like, okay. Let's see what this is all about.
It's the studio calling.
By the way, have you seen the Konami thing with the,
She's back.
I'll tell you later.
Okay. By the way, she's back.
Norman Reedus, that trailer.
No.
Me neither, yeah, okay. We'll have to check that one out.
It's funny, this is playing and all I can see is Thor's head.
It's like Walking Dead.
Tone-wise, it seems a lot like the first one.
Oh, yeah?
First and the second, yeah. Dark, gritty. But like a twisted documentary.
I like the song, though. It really makes me want to play PT, though.
Really?
You know what I'm talking about? That game? Yeah.
I'm looking at it, I'm wondering, why is it that the houses are always so damn dirty? With zombies and stuff walking in.
True. Decrepitness.
Yeah, it's like everything is. No clean mansions with zombies. Pictures. That's funny. House looks like crap, but there's this perfect picture of two people on a horse on the wall.
Ugh.
Are they looking at the camera or away from the camera?
I felt away. Wow, that's cool.
That's trippy.
That's nice. It really reminds me of Walking Dead, though. Wow.
That reminded me of True Blood opening. That was creepy. Yeah, that does kind of have
Walking
a
Dead. It
feel
feels like
to
they
it.
just straight ripped off that intro. Like, that's kind of funny, creepy.
Yeah.
Okay,
Week
interesting.
after my birthday. It has, I don't know, it has elements of, and I guess a lot of it deals with pop culture, but has a lot of elements of Walking Dead to it. For me, Walking Dead, even parts of it, like I mentioned, True Blood, the opening for True Blood, wherein they have the animal, specifically the dog, decaying like that, looks pretty much
I think
just like it.
I have a feeling this was more or less for people of the fandom that kind of already knew there were rumors about Resident Evil 7, or that they kind of know already behind the scenes sort of thing of like maybe they know more than I do or you do, like, okay, well, they're planning on working on such and such and they're going to be doing this and this, and this is the first announcement to see a new engine or something, because I felt like, for me, it really didn't catch me enough to be like, God damn, I got to get this game. I'm just like, okay. Well,
All right, well, where are they getting at?
right, we'll see what happens when more trailers come out or so. Like,
for me, it was a good introduction trailer. I do want to see more into the game, whether it's actual gameplay or a completely different style trailer, just because.
Yeah.
This one, it was good to say, okay, hey, look, it's got the same tones and color palettes and darkness to the first one.
Right.
But what's the initial story? You came out to an old house, found like this dude in a wheelchair who looks like Professor Xavier. So it's the mansion that's decrepit and all the Zombies are actually ex-mutants? What is it?
Well, goddamn, I just lost.
So not dissing, just like
But no,
what
this-
exactly is the story?
Here now we know. This was the problem because I didn't actually read the full thing. This was Resident Evil 7 Biohazard VR trailer.
Okay.
So the whole game's that was the point of view there. You'll be
so
playing
VR.
it in VR.
Then I'm all for it. Because in that case, the other stories have nothing. It doesn't matter if they're tied
Right.
together or not. And with it being VR, that means you're using the headset. You're walking through playing it,
Though then again,
which would be awesome.
well, though then again, you have a good point though. If it was supposed to just be based only on VR, then they probably should have just called it Resident Evil VR. But since they're putting a 7 to it, I just automatically thought it was some sort of continuous story. But it's VR.
Smart marketing.
Yeah, but
The 7.
I don't know. I would actually disagree in some
Why?
sense because if I feel like it's VR, it's standalone, then it's a jump on point. But if I don't play
Right.
Resident Evil at all, I'm gonna put this on and be like, am I supposed to know who these people are like that?
But that's the good reason why they put the 7 there before, because if they just call it Resident Evil VR, people are turned off. You have people that aren't interested in 3D. People that aren't interested in 4K, da-da-da. So if you put on something that sounds familiar, Resident Evil 7, oh, it sounds like 6 for those who don't know,
Yeah.
and it's a VR version.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, well, let me get it and see what it's like.
I guess in some sense, just like they did Final Fantasy 15 VR. That's
I mean, great. Yeah.
But see, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But if they did Final Fantasy VR by itself,
I
still,
leave it alone.
Really?
Yep.
That's
For me,
interesting.
I don't dislike the series. Final Fantasy has been an interesting series. I liked 7 probably the best. For me, I like the idea of characters and stories changing
Right.
as opposed to copy and pasting them into a new
Right.
story and just changing the hair color and giving a few extra strips of leather. Now, not dissing, but that's usually what happens with some games when they're popular. They stick to that
Right.
format because that's what works. I like freshness. I like something new. So even seeing this and it's the VR version, I'm more interested in playing it now because that'll be an experience that I haven't experienced before in the
Right.
Resident Evil series.
It'd be, and it also seems like this would be this seemed like, now that I'm thinking about the VR aspect of it, this actually seems like might be not the spiritual successor, but at least the marketing successor to PT, since PT is now defunct.
Right.
Now,
PT, what's that?
now we're going to get, like I saw when I was watching, I said a few
Right.
times, this really looks like PT. This would be essentially, if you wanted to play PT, this is your answer here, because
Right.
that's kind of what a lot of that looked like as well. So we shall see with the whole VR thing. Red Dreaded Nation, stand up, speak up. What do you guys think about this? Are you interested in that? What do you guys think about the whole name situation and the numbering situation? I think it probably would have been better to just call it Resident Evil VR, but I also get the fact that that's also kind of like makes it feel a little more gimmicky, like in time that's gonna pass and that's not gonna mean anything, just like they had what the hell was it called, the Virtual Boy style. And the
ouch.
no, you know what I'm
The
talking
Virtual
about.
Boy, yeah, but that's
They made games that were like
reason
virtual-
it
right.
didn't go well.
Right, so that's
Unfortunately.
interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Or the 3D kind of games, or
Yeah. You know, if people
Yeah.
aren't interested in 3D games per se, they're not going to rush out to get that game.
unless they
If
feel it's
there's-
continual. Interesting.
And there's a version of it.
Like
it's
Kingdom
okay,
Hearts,
maybe I'll
actually.
get that. Oh, 2.8?
all the stuff that came out on the 3DS or
Yeah.
the DS, and you had to have the handheld if you wanted to
Right,
continue
right.
the story.
Right.
Which is one of the reasons I'm not as interested in Kingdom Hearts anymore, because I wasn't about to buy a system just to play that
Just
game.
play the
so.
game. But a lot of gamers do that.
Yeah, very interesting. All right, guys, we're out. Peace.
Later.
There's this story that I read, or maybe it was a porno, about a black dude in Japan, a prince or something. I don't know. This was years ago, before, MySpace and Hi Friends.